The chief executive officer of Ripple has recently established the price of XRP, and he has affirmed that XRP is the next Bitcoin and that Swift will be replaced by Ripple Labs, which will utilize the XRP ledger. All of this is scheduled to occur during the next 72 hours, during which the XRP volume is going to skyrocket, institutional acceptance is going to start rising, and the XRP price is going to surpass $27.58 in the next 48 hours. At this point in time, it is of the utmost importance that all of you realize that the adoption of the XRP ledger and, more especially, the adoption of XRP are both occurring at an extremely rapid pace, to the point that even Ripple's own chief executive officer went so far as to say that XRP is built to reach a value of $10,000 and that its price should be $10,000, but it also needs to be scalable enough to support the 7.5 billion people who are using it, which is precisely what we are observing at this very moment, including the widespread institutional adoption that XRP is currently experiencing. This is occurring as a number of countries, like China, have started to truly implement the XRP ledger and authorize the purchase of XRP in addition to legally purchasing over $40 billion worth of XRP for their cryptocurrency strategic reserve. The United States has also made the decision to pursue a similar endeavor, and as a result, an all-out competition has emerged between the two nations to determine which one would be the first to embrace XRP. For instance, Donald Trump signed an agreement that would incorporate the extended XRP into the financial system of the United States by combining it with cryptocurrency. He also offered a new bill that he was planning to sign in order to truly build a cryptocurrency strategic reserve that would be filled with XRP, which is the top American cryptocurrency. This is only one of the several steps that are now being implemented, which are increasing the globalization and the adoption at a large scale. XRP, the cryptocurrency, and the XRP ledger are both involved in this. As a result, this will cause the price of XRP to skyrocket by more than 27.58% during the next 48 hours. And this would only actually be the beginning point for the price of XRP over the following 48 hours, since after this, it may go off the charts and reach hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars. This is in accordance with what XRP's originator has said, $10,000. Of course, we are going to get into the details of it right now, but it is crucial to emphasize that the place at which we find ourselves at this moment is the most significant and critical juncture for XRP. There is a possibility that the price of XRP may take off in the next 48 hours, and it is expected to begin doing so in the next couple of minutes. Naturally, the current increase in XRP is an astounding 37,000%. If you take a look at the XRP charts, you'll see that XRP is currently resting at 2018 cents, 37,000% rise in this all-time. Over the course of the last week, XRP has experienced an impressive increase of 12%. Therefore, we have come to the decision to collaborate with Uphold, which is one of the most excellent and largest exchanges for XRP, in order to provide every single individual who is watching this video at this moment with some XRP for free. This free XRP will be worth up to $100 before the massive XRP bullrun that is expected to occur within the next 48 hours drives the value of XRP all the way up to $27. If you would like to seize this opportunity that will not come again to obtain some free money that will really get you up to $100 worth of XRP completely free of charge by spending only 5 minutes of your time, you would subscribe to the channel, share the presentation, and most importantly, sign up for an account on Uphold just like you would with a video. Would you please make a transaction by using the URL? This is taking place as a result of the involvement of institutions like as BlackRock, JP Morgan, and Wells Fargo. However, we are also witnessing institutions in Asia, such as SBI, which has made the public announcement that all of Japan, every bank in Japan, will be utilizing XRP by the end of the year 2025, indicates that they need a large amount of XRP. In addition, they have made the assertion that the Central Bank of Japan will purchase billions of dollars worth of XRP by the conclusion of the year 2026. This implies that they will want a significant quantity of XRP, which in turn means that they will be making XRP purchases in enormous quantities. As a result, it is of the utmost importance to bring attention to and focus on this matter. The money is currently in the process of transferring, and it is also in the process of breaking out. Therefore, if you are contemplating making the purchase as soon as possible and at the lowest possible price, you should go ahead and do it right now, because we are only going to see prices increase from this point on. And it is particularly significant when we consider the injection of a staggering $654 trillion market directly into the XRP ledger through an organization known as RealFi, which enables you to actually make money for every transaction. Furthermore, despite the fact that this is a business that is worth trillions of dollars, it also makes acquisitions of institutional commercial real estate all around the world directly on the XRP ledger and directly using the XRP ledger. And the entirety of this process is truly being enabled directly on the XRP ledger with the use of the real token. Now, in the event that you didn't read this is a real token. Oh, I have witnessed that occur previously. In the span of 3 or 4 months, the price of Realtor.com increased from 1/100 of a cent to 3 cents. Once more, it is relatively early in the project's timeline, so it has only been around 3 to 4 months, yet it's still made that significant leap. It is increasing without interruption at this moment. What I mean is that it is expanding rapidly, despite the fact that there is no mass marketing campaign. It is not yet listed on any centralized exchanges, and it has not been listed on any centralized exchanges. For example, if you take a look at all of the products that are currently solving a multi-trend dollar problem that deals with real-world assets, you will notice that the majority of the ones that are listed on centralized exchanges have a market cap of $100 billion, or even between $80 to $100 billion in market cap. And they have been assigned a price. Now, of course, when you are actually among genuine tokens, actual tokens are far from that. What I'm saying is that if a genuine token were to reach a market capitalization of $100 billion, the price per token would be in the tens of thousands of dollars. And the following is the scale that we are referring to in this context. For example, right now it is so early that if someone were to purchase actual tokens worth $10,000, the price might absolutely soar, and it might jump from 3 cents to $20 or $30 per genuine token. It is that ridiculous, to be sure. Just imagine for a moment the scenario in which a genuine token processed $100,000 worth of transactions every single day. The cost would once again skyrocket to the tune of hundreds of dollars. Therefore, the reason for this is that you are incredibly early in the game, and this is what makes it extremely bullish. This means that there is a genuine possibility that even a very tiny amount may rise and earn you hundreds of thousands of dollars. This would have a direct impact on the price. Now, imagine this. I am telling you this because December 5th is going to be incredibly critical. This is the most important day you need to take note of. If you possess XRP or any, you would be able to make millions, and 10,000 would make you a multi-millionaire. Again, though, we are not just talking about $5 billion in daily transaction volume, but also 40 million users. The cost would skyrocket to tens of thousands of dollars if even a single % of this were to be seized. The genuine token will be available for users to trade as well. RealFi is making significant progress, increasing its visibility on a global scale, and establishing connections with some of the most influential figures in the business. We are on a mission to address a multi-trillion-dollar problem by utilizing blockchain technology, and we are carrying out this goal at the very forefront of payment infrastructure and innovation. And as of this very moment, you are able to purchase the genuine token. This is your opportunity to get involved before it is listed on any of the major centralized exchanges. Indeed, it may be somewhat difficult, but the money is here. You want to get into the pressure early before anyone else sees it and then capture it. And then obviously when institutions go in, you want to try and buy low and sell high. That is how it works. At the present moment, you have the opportunity to obtain real token at the most affordable rate that has ever been seen. This is the last opportunity that will ever be available before the train leaves the station, and the price of real token will never again return to this level. And this is something that can be easily seen in the cost. I'm saying that at the moment, the price is consolidating at a high level. At the present moment, there is a mass consolidation, and this is something that we are going to witness. At this pricing point, individuals are stockpiling as many bags as they can get their hands on. What this indicates is that our level is quite solid. Once again, there is absolutely no opposition and extremely high levels of support. We are discussing the possibility that the genuine token may immediately experience a dramatic increase in value during the span of a single night, with volumes reaching the millions in an instant. All of a sudden, the price skyrockets to $500, $700, or even $1,000 for every genuine token, as opposed to the previous price of 3 cents. Individuals who have put $10,000 into something. At this moment, those who invested $100,000 are earning tens of millions of